Hey there, I'm Idan, and you're watching a cartooning tutorial by C-Section Comics. Today, we'll learn to draw this angry thug, cartoon style. We'll do it in an iterative manner. Our first iteration will be a rough sketch portraying the character's posture. In the second iteration, we'll draw a rough character based on our sketch. And in the third iteration, we'll exaggerate a few of his features in order to make him look more cartoonish. I'll be using a software called Clip Studio Paint for my tutorial, but you can use a simple pen and pencil to practice my steps. So let's start. Let's start by drawing an oval for our head. Next we'll draw the body. So you can see usually when you're angry you have your shoulders up and your hands are stooped down, so you look kind of like an angry gorilla. So you can see we're drawing the fists clenched. Now we draw the body. Now you can see we're not drawing, the full body yet. We're drawing sort of like a stick figure. It's not really a stick figure, but this is just a rough sketch just to see that we have the posture correct, the stance correct, and to make sure that we have that the character is positioned in the right way. Legs, the shoes. Let's just finish here. Now I'm drawing roughly the lines on the face where we'll have the eyebrows and the mouth. Just to give sort of a feeling of how the character will look like. Let's draw the ground shadow. Okay, so I want to make him stoop a little more. So I'll just erase of the lines. They'll make him bend a bit more. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint, so what I'm doing here is I'm marking the area that I want to move it, but if you're using a paper and pencil, you can just erase and quickly redraw the legs the way that you want them to be. And now I've flipped the image. And this is a useful trick to make sure that you're drawing the character symmetrically. Now again, if you're using a pencil and paper, you can just use a mirror, put the drawing next to a mirror, so you'll have like a mirror image, and then you can see exactly which lines you didn't draw correctly. So in my case, if you saw the left arm or right arm, depending on how you see it, was a bit raised, so we needed to lower it a bit. Let's quickly draw the leg. Okay, now we're flipping the image back and we're going to use it as a sketch. So now we're starting the second iteration, and in the second iteration we're going to draw our figure with cleaner lines, a bit more detail based on the first iteration that we did. Okay, so we're quickly going over the lines. We're doing the character a bit more muscular, as you can see. Now since I'm using Clip Studio Paint, I use the transparent layer. But what you can do if you're drawing with a pencil and paper, just put a new paper above the previous paper where you draw the sketch, and then you can see the sketch transparently, and you can draw with a new paper the way we are drawing now in the new layer. So we finished our second iteration. We have a character, but as you can see, it's not really a cartoonish character. We want to make it more exaggerated. So we're going to create a new layer and use this iteration as a sketch. Now again, if you're drawing with a pencil and paper, just use a new paper and use the previous paper as the sketch reference. So we're drawing iteration 3. You can see we're drawing the character much more exaggerated. It has a thicker neck, it has a bigger jaw, it has much longer arms, bigger arms. We're drawing the legs a bit smaller to emphasize how much larger the arms are, and we're adding much more detail. So now we're flipping the image again just to make sure that the image is symmetrical, and now we can add more details to our drawing. So we're coming up for the body hair. And for the body hair, I use the same brush but a much thinner one. Let's add the body hair, make it more masculine. Don't forget the signature. And we're almost finished. We'll just add a few more details to make the character more realistic. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna publish some more tutorials like this one, so tell me in the comments what you'd like to see in future videos. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and if you'd like to see more of my comics, which contain many more cartoonish characters like this one, visit my webcomic at csectioncomics.com or just Google C-Section Comics. Thanks, and see you next time!